In the golden sands of Arabia, where tribes fought endless wars and loyalty meant survival, a child was born who would change history. His name was Khalid ibn al-Waleed, the son of a powerful Qurayshi chief, a boy destined to become one of the greatest warriors the world has ever seen. Yet his journey to greatness was not simple. He would begin as an enemy of Islam, standing against the Prophet Muhammad, before transforming into its fiercest defender, the Sword of Allah.
Khalid grew up in Mecca, the stronghold of Quraysh. His father, al-Walid ibn al-Mughira, was a wealthy leader, respected and feared. Khalid was raised among warriors, trained in archery, swordsmanship, and horseback riding from a young age. The desert was his classroom, the battlefield his destiny. Unlike many of his peers, Khalid developed unmatched skill in cavalry tactics. His confidence, courage, and natural leadership marked him early as a future commander.
Arabia before Islam was a land divided. Tribal wars raged endlessly, fueled by honor, vengeance, and pride. Mecca was a city of trade, wealth, and idols, but it was also a place of corruption and inequality. Khalid, like other sons of Quraysh, was trained to protect his tribe at all costs. He learned loyalty, strategy, and power, but he had yet to learn the truth that would one day guide his sword. When the Prophet Muhammad began calling people to Islam, Quraysh saw it as a threat to their traditions and power. Khalid's family, especially his father, opposed Islam fiercely. To them, it was rebellion. Khalid, loyal to Quraysh and proud of his heritage, stood with his tribe against the Muslims. He did not yet know that one day he would fight not against them, but among them. Khalid's first great moment came at the Battle of Uhud in 625 CE. The Muslims had gained an early advantage, but many archers abandoned their posts. Seizing the opportunity, Khalid led a cavalry charge around the mountain, striking the Muslims from behind. His tactics turned victory into near defeat. The Prophet was injured, and many companions were slain. It was Khalid's brilliance that shaped the battle, though at the time he was fighting against Islam. After Uhud, Khalid's name became feared across Arabia. He was recognized as one of Quraysh's most brilliant warriors. Swift, cunning, and fearless, he never lost a battle. Yet, deep inside, Khalid began to witness something greater: the courage and unbreakable faith of the Muslims. Though he fought them, he could not ignore the strength of their cause. In 628 CE, a truce was signed between the Muslims and Quraysh, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. During this time, many leaders and warriors began to reflect. Khalid too observed Islam closely. He saw how the Prophet united tribes not through fear, but through faith. Doubt entered Khalid's heart. Doubt about the idols of Quraysh and curiosity about the message of Islam. Khalid's turning point came after the treaty. He realized that Islam was not fading, it was rising. Many of the most respected men of Quraysh, including Ammar ibn al-As and Uthman ibn Talha, embraced the faith. Khalid felt restless. He could not deny the truth any longer. In his heart, he knew the time had come to lay down his pride and seek the path of Islam. In 629 CE, Khalid set out from Mecca toward Medina. With him traveled Ammar ibn al-As and Uthman ibn Talha. Their hearts were ready to embrace the new faith. The journey was symbolic. Three former enemies of Islam, now riding together to meet the messenger of Allah. The desert winds carried them not to battle, but to destiny. When Khalid reached Medina, he was welcomed into the mosque of the Prophet. With humility, he placed his hand in the Prophet's and declared his faith. The messenger of Allah smiled and said, "I knew a mind like yours would one day find its way to the truth." For Khalid, this was more than conversion. It was transformation. The warrior of Quraysh had become a warrior of Islam. Khalid was overjoyed, yet he carried guilt. It fought against Islam, wounded Muslims, and played a key role at Uhud. He asked the Prophet to pray for his forgiveness. The Prophet replied, "Islam erases what came before it." With those words, Khalid's heart found peace. His past was forgiven. His future was now a mission. Soon after, Khalid joined the Prophet in campaigns. His first major test came during the conquest of Mecca. Unlike past battles, this victory was peaceful. The Muslims entered the city without bloodshed. For Khalid, the moment was surreal. The same city he once defended against Islam was now opening its gates to him as a defender of it. Khalid had once fought for tribe and pride. Now he fought for justice and faith. His sword, once raised against Islam, was now pledged to protect it. The Muslims had gained not only a new companion, but a commander whose skills would change the course of history forever. This was only the beginning of Khalid ibn al-Waleed's journey. From enemy to believer, from warrior of Quraysh to defender of Islam, his story had just begun. In the next episode of Whispers of History, we will follow Khalid as he takes command on the battlefield for the first time, earning the title that would define him forever, the Sword of Allah.